Looks like the scientists found something very interesting right on the beach. I'm happy for them, but I'm interested in something else. I'm sure they have all sorts of interesting inventions in their car. So while they're busy, we should sneak in and steal something. I hope they don't even notice me. I don't know what I took from them, but it looks pretty fun. Just gotta figure out how to use it. As I understand it, this thing can shrink any object, which means it can shrink me too. Well, I guess it'll be pretty fun to sneak into JJ's house being so small. I could wreak havoc, and he'd think it was haunted. I can't wait to see how he reacts. As long as the balcony's open, because I can't open the door no matter how hard I try. How lucky I am that he doesn't have a door here. So, now that I've gotten into the JJ house, I need to look around a bit. I don't hear any noise, which means he's probably asleep. Well, that's even better for me. I got to admit, he's got a very cozy house. It's so well laid out. I'm not surprised. He's got a lot of money, so he can afford nice furniture. I also have to figure out where I'm going to hide in his house. I don't want to live with mice under the floor or in the walls. Yeah, I'll have to build myself some kind of shelter. Except I don't have anything for that. Oh, okay. We'll just have to start and deal with it as it comes. I think I'll be very comfortable under the bed. I just need to find the blocks. I think JJ's drawer will have everything you need. Well, just as I thought. Now I have the little blocks, which means I can build a ladder right into his bed. I hope he doesn't decide to do a complete house cleaning the other day. Then my so cool and awesome hideout will be destroyed, and I don't want that to happen. That's it! Neat! Well, who'd have thought there'd be doors inside the bed? Has anyone ever lived here before? No way! After all, I'm the first person in JJ's entourage to get my hands on a shrinking artifact. And by the way, it's very comfortable inside the bed. It's like the layout of some big apartment. There's even separations for the different rooms, which means I can make the most of the space, and JJ will never know about it. Although something tells me that when I finish making this house, I'll make it smaller and show this beauty. I think he'll love it and ask me to let him live with me. Although technically the bed is still his, so he could just kick me out and live here by himself. Now I don't know if I should tell the JJ about this house. Okay, I don't have time to think about it yet. First we have to find some furniture to start setting it up. It's time for the first JJ prank. I think he will be very surprised when he wakes up and finds that there is no one else in the house but him, as long as he doesn't see me. Although, he'll just wake up, so a little thing like me, he won't notice me.
Who dare wake me up? Wait, who would wake me up if I'm home alone tonight? That's weird. Did thieves break into my house? I have to check all the rooms immediately. Although the house looks pretty normal so far. Did I just think I was woken up? I remember it felt like water dripping on me. But that can't be because my ceilings aren't leaking. And there's no water above me.
Apparently the JJ prank was very successful. He still couldn't figure out what caused him to wake up. Well, good for him. Let him think about ghosts while I steal some food from him. I'm gonna need a lot of energy to build my new home after all. Wait a minute, who's this guy? Look at the cute mouse JJ has in the house. I hope he knows about it and doesn't touch it. We should get him something to eat. Yeah, there's cheese on the table. And mice love cheese. I think I can make friends with it if I give it all the cheese. I don't eat it anyway, and JJ can buy a new one. I'm so glad I was finally able to feed such a beautiful mouse. I hope it doesn't want to eat me too. Wow, I was able to make friends with her after all. It feels so good. And I just gave her cheese. We should see how she lives in here. I mean, there's not a lot of room in the walls, but look at how cool her room is. But for now, she just wants to thank me. I wonder what she'll give me. Maybe some food. Wow, that's real money. She's a little too smart for her own good. Where did she get so much money? Anyway, I should just be grateful because I need a lot of money to buy furniture. Now I have to find a way to get out of the house. It's a good thing I'm very small now because even the simplest piece of paper can be a means of transportation for me, and something tells me I can get there even faster than usual, and I won't have to spend money on public transportation. The furniture store is pretty far away, so I'll just fly to it. The most important thing is that the store is open. In this state, I don't really want to pick the lock. I can't even imagine what it would look like. Well, here I am. Good thing the artifact lets me change size whenever I want. I almost forgot about that option. I should write it down, because I might forget that I can get big again. All right, well, I gotta go furniture shopping. The store is open, which means I'm having a really good day.
Hello. How can I help you? We have a very large selection of everything you need for your home.
I think I'll buy everything I can from you. I've got plenty of money, so be glad you don't have to work today because there'll be nothing left to sell.
Wow. Thank you so much for making my life so much easier. Now I can order a new batch of furniture and then people will definitely start coming to me. And I'll give you a very nice discount, of course. After all, you have a very large amount. which means that you can make a corresponding bonus.
What a nice store this place is. They'll give me a discount too. Not that I need it. After all, it's not my money, so I can spend it however I want. I think I can basically leave whatever's left to the seller. Maybe I can make his life a little better. Well, that's it. Now I have everything I need to start setting up my new home. What a surprise for JJ when I show it all to him. I think I'm the first person in the world to ever come up with the idea of building an entire apartment inside a regular bed. But I didn't expect it to actually look like an apartment from the inside. So in a way, I'm very lucky, because I don't have to spend time digging it out properly. And that's a good thing. I don't want to partially break someone else's bed without permission. I have a lot of rooms to start with, so I'll have to spend a lot of time. Well, the most important thing is to get started, and before I know it, I'll have everything ready to go. All I have to do is climb the stairs and I'll be home. Now it's time for the bedroom, and this is where I have to do my best. You can sleep here, and I can do it indefinitely. In fact, everyone in my environment knows that I like to sleep a lot, because when I sleep, nothing bothers me at all. I also have a very cool ability to fall asleep wherever I can. I remember JJ and I were in some scary lock and we were really tired. JJ couldn't sleep all night. I just passed out in a couple minutes. I was possessed by a ghost and tried to kill JJ. But in the end, everything was fine. Ideally, I want to make it so that I can reach everything from the bed, although something tells me I can't do that. Well, that's fine. I think it's working out pretty well anyway, and it's pretty fast. I feel like I'll have a lot of stuff if I move here permanently, so I need to install as many cabinets and shelves as possible. I have little faith that I'll be living permanently inside the JW bed from now on, but I don't know what could happen. And if for some random reason my real house burns down, I can always shrink down and fly back to JZH's house. I don't really take up any space, so it's perfect. I think we can call it a day for now, but if I get the urge, I'll come back and add something to this room. I'll just put up the closet and go to the next room, and it's gonna be the bathroom. Keeping yourself clean is very important for your body. It's not like I'm gonna walk around my house stinking, so I have to make the bath as comfortable as possible. The most important thing is that there is water and everything works. And of course a huge bathtub, inside which I can lie down and relax. The main thing is not to forget to put the sink, because I will have to wash my face and brush my teeth. Still, if you decide to make a house, then make it as comfortable as possible, especially when you haven't spent a penny on furniture. How lucky I was to meet that mouse and give her cheese. If she hadn't given me the money, I'd be making furniture out of cardboard right now. Or I wouldn't have decided to set up the room at all. Now it's time to make one of the most comfortable rooms in my apartment. And of course I'm talking about the chill room. I basically think that every house should have such a room. It's a place where you can come and just sit alone with your thoughts. I also want to put a TV and books in there. Sometimes it will be possible to sit and watch some programs or read a book. I don't really like to read, but I will have a lot of time here. So why not? It's just a pity that this place is quite small. But to be honest, a chill room doesn't have to be very big. After all, the concept of this room is to make it cozy. And I think it's just perfect right now. I'm gonna have a much bigger room for fun. And I don't think I'm going to be here very often. It's perfect. It's time to start organizing it. I think for starters I want to do the kitchen, because it's a very important element of every house. It's going to be a long time before I can put furniture in the whole house, and that means I'm gonna be hungry. And it's a good thing I'm doing the kitchen right now, because I'll be able to go to the fridge and get something to eat at any time. I don't really like the color of the walls, but there's not much I can do about it. And come to think of it, blue's not bad either. It just doesn't go well with the color of the furniture. Well, I'm gonna stick to a certain style here. The most important thing is that I feel comfortable living here. And there's still a lot to do to make that happen. It's a good thing I chose this place for my kitchen. It's a lot of space, and I'm sure I'll have plenty of room to spread out. I also want to eat in comfort, so I need to install a TV here. What can I say? You can't stop living beautifully. I'll have to get some food. Because what's the use of a kitchen if there's nothing to cook in it? I think that's what the JJ Kitchen can help me with. I'll have to steal food from him. This is gonna be so much fun. And now it's time to set up the loudest and most active room in this little house. And of course I'm talking about the playroom. I am very fond of games and different manifestations. I can just imagine playing here all night long and screaming all I want. Cause I don't think I can be heard outside this house. And I could certainly stream here. And then my quiet life would be over. In addition to virtual games, I'll also have slot machines, just like in the past. All in all, my dream arcade is almost ready. I don't have much left to do, and then I can do whatever I want, because inside a house like this, I'm not afraid of anything. It's a good thing I decided to take more than just electronic items for entertainment. Playing computer and console games is fun, but if I sit around and don't move too much, I can get very weak. I've also heard that it gives people problems with their legs. That's why I decided to buy a dance machine and a basketball hoop. I hope to play them at least once a day. I don't really like physical activity, but for the sake of my health, I'm willing to do it. And I sound like I'm going to have to do something really hard. I'm just gonna throw a ball around. Who knows? Maybe I'll get so good at it that one day I'll win the JJ in basketball. He's really good at it, but I'll be a better person. So, I'm kind of done with the playroom, so now we can set up the office. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this place once. And there's a lot of reasons for that. First of all, I hate the whole office thing. As soon as I imagine sitting here making endless phone calls, I shudder. And I also realize that no one will ever come here. Still, it would be too weird if I started taking people to the JJ house anytime soon. And I will have to explain to them that in order to get into my office, I need to reduce them. I think any reasonable person would think I'm playing games here. After all, hardly anyone knows that there really is an artifact that can reduce any object and even a person. So let this room be just for show. Yeah, we can bring mice in here. Although they're probably too big for a room like this. I'm starting to think about just leaving this room and not touching it again. But how can I give up? Actually, yes I can. If I had a JJ, it would confirm that I have very little stamina. And if I get bored with something, I drop it right away. But when it comes to things that are important to me, I am ready to spend days and weeks just to achieve the desired result. And that's exactly the situation with this room. On the one hand, I don't need it at all. And on the other hand, I have already started to organize it, so I don't want everything to be done only halfway. And since I've decided to try to start reading, I think I can build an entire library for that purpose. I've bought so many shelves and cabinets of books anyway that I literally have nowhere to put them. That's why it would be even better if I made a whole room that is completely filled with books. I feel like there would be so many books that it would take me a lifetime to read them. Although I know there are people who have read hundreds, if not more books. I'll always wonder how they have the patience for it. After all, books are just text. Okay, if there were some pictures like in the manga, but unfortunately there is no such thing. And it turns out that when you read a book, you have to imagine everything that is written in it inside your head. Although from some point of view it's even interesting. Still, it helps to develop memory and imagination. Just a couple of touches left and you'll be all set. I think I've got a nice library. I've always dreamed of having a perfectly organized wardrobe, and now I've decided to make it a reality. I've invested in numerous racks, shelves, and cabinets, yet it feels like I still don't have enough space to store all my clothes and accessories. That's why creating an entire room dedicated solely to my wardrobe seems like the best idea. I imagine rows upon rows of beautifully arranged garments, shoes, and bags, creating a visual feast for the eyes. It feels like a never-ending collection, one that would take a lifetime to fully appreciate and wear. I often wonder how some people manage to keep their wardrobes so impeccable and stylish. Perhaps it's a matter of patience and a keen eye for fashion. After all, every outfit tells a story, much like how books weave narratives. And just like with books, there's an element of imagination and creativity involved in fashion. Organizing a wardrobe isn't just about storage. It's about creating a space that inspires and delights, reflecting one's personal style and creativity. I'm setting this up right now and I'm thinking, did I do the right thing when I decided to invest so much money in clothes and accessories? On the one hand, it is a very important attribute of our life. But on the other hand, I've never really worn anything like that. All I like is my green suit and that's it. Anyway, I've been thinking for a long time that I need to change something about myself. And the best solution is to start with clothes. It's going to take a lot of effort, but I think I'll be able to start to understand fashion and how to combine different items in my closet. The main thing is that it doesn't look ridiculous, because some people dress like they've escaped from the circus. But I'm sure I'll be pretty good at it. I've decided to really focus on creating the perfect living room. I've already bought so much furniture and so many decorations that it's starting to feel cluttered. So, dedicating a whole room just for relaxation and comfort seems like the best idea. I picture it filled with comfy sofas, a nice coffee table, and warm lighting to create a cozy atmosphere. It might take some time to get everything just right, but it will be worth it. I know it can be challenging to design a living room that feels both stylish and comfortable. It's all about finding the right pieces that complement each other and create a harmonious space. Creating a living room isn't just about arranging furniture. It's about making a space where you can truly relax and feel at home. This living room would be more than just a place to sit. It would be a space that brings joy and relaxation. A spot where I can read and watch TV. Although I'm going a little overboard on the reading part, it's not for nothing that I made a whole room for reading books. But on the other hand, I don't think I'll always read there. The good thing about books is that you can take them with you wherever you go. So yes, I can read books here too. Although something tells me that I'm more likely to watch some movies or streams here. Well, that's it. I think I'm done with the rooms. Now I need to put doors everywhere to make it look a lot better. And don't forget that the corridor should be pretty nice too. After all, it is also an important part of my apartment. I think it would be nice if I put a carpet here and decorate the empty spaces and corners with plants. Then everything will be a little more beautiful and pleasant at once. And it will be much more comfortable for me to move around in this apartment. I just wish someone could appreciate my efforts. And it seems to me that it is still necessary to tell about my apartment, JJ. I think he won't mind if I make it smaller and show everything I've done here. He will be shocked at how quickly I can do it all. But I think the story about the mouse who gave me money will blow his mind. I don't think I can do any better here, so I have to get out of bed and wake up JJ. I can't wait to show him everything. Just as I thought, he's still asleep. He must have worked too hard lately. That's okay. JJ, wake up. It's me, your friend Mikey. I got something cool I want to show you.
Who's there? Show yourself. Wait, that was Mikey talking to me. Where are you? Wait, I think I see you. Wow, you're so small. How did you get so small?
Just use this artifact and you too will become like me. So I built something here. So come with me and I'll show you around. I'm sure you won't regret listening to me.
All right then. Wait, that's not what I think it is? Oh my god, it's a real apartment building. Mikey, you're freaking me out. How can you do all this by yourself? This is so cool. Who would have thought that while I'm sleeping, you're making a whole house right inside my bed? I gotta admit, it's pretty cool. I don't know how much money you spent on it, but it was definitely worth it. I don't have any words yet.
You know, I haven't spent a single dollar. Well, I didn't spend any of my money. Anyway, when I was little, I looked around your house a little bit and I found a little mouse. I gave it the cheese that was on the table. And you won't believe this, but she gave me money for it. I still don't know where she got it from, but apparently she just happened to bring it. Or maybe it's just me, but I think she had a little TV in her hold.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? Did the mouse give you money? And she also has a TV? I don't even know what to say to Mikey. I thought it was only in a fairy tale, but you're a living example of what's possible in reality. I still don't know how you did it so well. You know, I'd love to live in this house with you someday. We just need to find days when we're both free and have a sleepover.